Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a brew built around a bunch of new, well, cantrips in this 2-card combo from Outcaster Trailblazer and Vesuvan Duplimancy. This is kind of older-ish combo, I guess, was legal with Outlaws of Thunder Junction, but we got a bunch of new additions that I think are going to make this deck a lot better, a bit more consistent, and just thought it would be fun to try out this combo on the channel because I haven't tried it out before, but I think it got some good upgrades. So if you don't know how this works, Vesuvan Duplimancy is a 4-mana enchantment and says whenever you cast a spell that targets only a single artifact or creature you control, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's not legendary. And then Outcaster Trailblazer, you can plot it for 3, play for 3. It's a 4/2. When it enters, you add 1 mana of any color, and whenever another creature you control power 4 or greater enters, draw a card. So essentially, if we're creating a bunch of copies of this over and over again, they each are going to generate 1 mana for each time they come into play. But then the cards that you draw off of it are going to essentially become kind of like exponential. When you make 1 copy of it, it's going to trigger the first one to draw a card, and then when you make another copy of it, the other 2 are going to trigger to draw 2 cards, and then the next copy will draw 3 cards. So you kind of end up drawing almost your entire deck when you kind of have these 2 cards, if you build your deck in the sense that you have a bunch of 1 mana ways to target your creatures. And now we got a bunch of new cards in Foundations that kind of support this strategy. Opt is kind of nice to have as just another filter. It doesn't target your creatures, so Opt is sort of another way of just kind of finding your combo here. It's also nice the turn you're going off. If you need to find another cantrip, you can use it, but also just in turn 1 and turn 2, you can use it to find the Duplimancy or the Outcaster, as well as Sleight of Hand, basically the same thing. 1 mana, just look at the top 2, put 1 into your hand. So these both do pretty much the same thing. So we got some cantrips there. We got Enter the Enigma, which is just targeting a creature and draws a card. So that's going to trigger the Duplimancy on the Trailblazer to make a copy of it. We also now have Fleeting Distraction, which is new from Foundations, which helps this deck a bit. So it's again just a targets a creature, draws a card, draws an additional card. So you can use this early in the game to sort of negate some of the damage if your opponent is attacking you, and filter through your deck, try to find these 2 pieces here. But you can also use it the turn you go off here to draw additional cards. So targets a creature, draws a card, has a little effect, which is helpful. As well as Take the Fall, which does the same thing, targets a creature, draws a card, can save you a little damage. Timely Interference, basically the same card. So now we really have a ton of redundancy with this effect, which is kind of nice. Now, Unable to Scream is another card that is in Duskmourn, pretty new, and it helps to negate a creature, turns into a 0/2, loses all its abilities. So this is just to sort of buy some time early on. If your opponent has a creature on turn 1 or turn 2, you can cast this just to slow them down a bit. But you can also use it if you need to as you continue your combo or start your combo with Outcaster Trailblazer, because it is a spell that targets this creature, and it costs 1 mana. So you could use it on your own creature if you need to. Now, Unsummon also is nice in Foundations. So another new addition to the deck, which can, again, you can use it to target your own Trailblazer if you need to. If you have extra mana too, you could recast the Trailblazer. You could use it to, bounce your own Trailblazer to defend it against removal if you need to, but also just bouncing your opponent's creatures can be quite good to give you some extra time to set up your combo here. So these cards kind of both work dual purpose to a sort of removal, but also can be used during your combo turn. And then your finisher here is the Song of Totentanz, which essentially you're just using it for giving all your creatures haste for 1 mana. Because what often happens is at the end of your chain here, you draw basically your entire deck. You have to be careful not to deck yourself sometimes with this. And then the final Trailblazer, you can choose any color of mana, and you choose red, and then you cast your Totentanz, and you give all your copies of Trailblazers haste, and you attack for over 20 damage, typically. So that is how the deck works. The mana base is very simple. I just wanted to keep it mostly blue, as basically everything costs just 1 blue in this deck. But some green-blue duels, of course, because you need to. Often you're just plotting this or just playing this with 1 green to just win the game that same turn. So that is the idea of the deck. We've got a ton of cantrips. let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 23 cantrips. And then these also become cantrips if you have these two out as well. So basically the entire deck is cantrips besides these, and then your finisher here. So that is the deck and the combo. Let's jump into some games and see it in action. All right, on the play, and hand looks pretty good. We got turn 1, sleight of hand. Need to find, I don't necessarily need a second one. Need to find a green source here and some more lands, basically. So my guess is they will play creature next turn. And we can unsummon it, which is kind of nice. Okay, so Spear, Heartfire Hero. Sure. I think if they go to play the Ruckus on something, we'll unsummon it. Yeah. So they don't get to draw from it. Alright, and then I'm just going to use this to cycle. I hit my land drops. There's an opt. We can cast that main phase here. There's a green source, so I'll keep that. Play it, and then hold these up, I guess, and pass. It's too bad we didn't draw that turn before. Otherwise we could have fought it and then maybe gone for it next turn, but we'll see. We can use this unsummon if we want to, but we don't have to. It is nice to have extra cantrips in your hand. So I think we'll just hold off. Hold up the unsummon in case they do anything too crazy here. Let's block this. And hold up unsummon. And then next turn we can kind of go for it. See what they got. Would be nice to have Feather Flight. Let's see. So that resolves. That's fine. This, they draw a card when it comes into play. Again, I don't think this is like threatening me. That much right now, so I think I'm just going to save the unsummon to try to go off next turn. Alright, that's a good one as well. Let's go for it. Let's see, they could have some sort of removal. I guess they may have like that shard, maybe it's rescue or something. Hard to say, we'll see. Alright, going for it here with blue mana. And start with Enter the Enigma. Create a copy. Alright, that resolves. That's a good sign, okay. Blue. Okay. Also a good sign. Keep trying to keep drawing here. Keep making copies. Hopefully this... Okay, we drew a sleight of hand. blue, which we can use to filter through. Once we have one blue left. But my feeling is that if we just go here, we'll just keep going and draw enough cantrips. Should be fine. Yep, fleeting distraction. Okay, so now we're basically, let's say, just have to make sure we don't deck ourselves. Target there. I don't know if you target this, it works. I'm not sure. That's okay. All right, draw. Blue. Okay. Go for timely interference. Making copies. Draw. So this is 4, 8, 12, 16. And blue. Okay, there's another one. And going. 29 cards. This will draw 1, 2, 3. Draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Next one will draw 7 cards. So we just have to be careful not to go too far here. And hope that the haste enabler is not at the very bottom of the deck. Draw. We have enough to kill here. And let's see. Keep going. So let's see. Haven't found it yet, and we have 6 additional copies here. So we need to draw some more. We need potentially red mana here. Okay, didn't hit it. So let's unsummon this one. And then draw the rest of the deck, I think, exactly. And... wow, second to last card. Alright. Very close. Drew our entire deck here. They all get haste. And swing. Okay. Opponent has used all their timeouts. So this is 8 times 4. Plenty of damage. You can get in there with this one. Alright. This is turn 5, I think. Turn 5, and had the, Unsummon was pretty key here. Yeah, they did have the shard. Rescue. What a thought. Alright. GG. On to the next one. Alright, on the play here. Let's see. This hand looks fine. I think it's keep. Sleight of Hand and more card draw. Only need 2 Outcasters, but those hurt necessarily. There's the Duplimancy, so I'll probably just take that. Keep this. Do need to draw some more lands here. Alright, there we go. Let's hold the green source for now. And just pass. And then we can go Trailblazer. Just need to draw another land here. So let's block this. Holding up Swamp. Okay, 3 mana, nothing. Okay. Well, we could play the Trailblazer and then play the Duplimancy. I mean, we could also just play this Trailblazer. But I kind of like that, actually. I mean, make them use their removal. Well, yeah, sure. Let's go for it. Use it as a land here, essentially. Blue mana and Duplimancy. Let's get that down, so then we have a pretty good chance that if they tap out for something, we can just play this and just go off here. Pretty good chance, I would say. So if they play like Shelly, yeah. Well, actually, Shelly is painful. We do have an Unsummon for it, so that's fine. Let's just see what we draw here. Okay. So we need to draw another land before we die here, but I think we can still do this. So let's just go here and go for blue, and this is going to be painful to draw this many cards, but we just draw a land. Before we die here. There we go. And should be good to go here. Blue. Alright. Now we go land and unsummon here. And now we just keep going. So this should eventually win us the game. I already drew the song, so we just have to make sure not to deck ourselves. Go for blue. 39 cards. And let's go timely reinforcements. Make sure we get enough of these. We just need 5. So just 1 more, basically. And then we just need to cast 1 more here. Okay, so this should be enough. For Xaxes. Go for red mana. And play the the song. Very nice. Alright. GG. Beat a Shelly. Alright, on the play here with a fine opening hand, I guess. We'll try it. Nothing to cast on turn 1, unfortunately, but I'm just looking for our enchantment here. We can just lead. Potentially we could play Take the Fall if they have a creature. Nope. Okay, there's an Unsummon. So, Elf. Okay, so I'm assuming they will have a creature at some point. Alright, we'll pop this. I guess we could cast it. We'll plot it, in case we draw enchantment next turn. Could cast it just to kind of cast our stuff. But plot is fine. Okay, Preserver. Pump to a 3/3. Nice, okay. There's a land. Let's see. Well, we're still looking for the enchantment here, so I think we'll just cycle this here. No reason to like expose this to removal right now. We'll just maybe we'll do Unable to Scream on Observer before it gets any more counters. And just play the tap land. Be okay. Alright, so looking for our enchantment here. Archdruid, sure. Alright, let's cycle this just to save damage. Although, taking damage... Okay, drawing a lot of lands this game. Okay, there's an opt. Let's see if we can do something with that. Fleeting Distraction. Don't really want that. Timely Interference. Cycle that on their turn. We could bounce the Archdruid just to set them back a little bit. Possible I want to hold on to these for going off with Trailblazer. I'm not sure. This is still an elf. Yeah. We'll just do that. Pass. Got plenty of mana here. Sure. Archdruid. And cycle this. Cycle this. Wow, a lot of lands, okay. Take the 0. A lot of lands. Ay, okay. Well, we go for Unsummon. We won't have anything really to go off with if we start. Just thinking, well, let's save the. It'll probably save me at least another turn though, so it's probably worth it. Probably worth it. I guess I could play this as a blocker too, but I still don't want to pose into anything. Okay, stalwart. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I think I'm just going to go for it here. Let's play another one and draw a card here. Just going to cast this, float a blue, play this, draw a card. There's the Duplimancy. Okay, well, I'm going to play it, and then play my land. Unfortunately, we used all of... That's why I was hesitant to play the Unsummon. I mean, if I hadn't this board would be huge. I think I cannot die here, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Ooh, they got... Yikes, okay. So... Just have to not draw a land. 1, 2, 3... 7. Okay, I can just go no blocks. And got a top deck. Wow, okay, drew a lot of lands. Alright, the game. Not quite get there. Okay, on the draw here. Let's see. I think I'll take a mulligan to look for one of our pieces. Alright, there we go. That is a lot. So we can put the song on the bottom if we want to. That's a little tricky, but I will do it, and I want to make sure it's not the very, very bottom. I guess there's some chance. Yeah, that's probably our best chance here. In some world we might want to actually keep it in our opening hand. But we shall see. Landware elves and turn to creature. Nice. Alright, there is a distraction. That could be useful. Let's just cast it. I'll cast it on the monster. You gotta find a green source here. Be nice to hold it, but I think we need to just cycle it. And just save a life here. Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to cast the main phase. That was the main reason. But, you know, we can go... Oh, there it is. Okay, let's just block this. Not sure what they're up to here. Yeah. Casting that Sleight of Hand might have been better. Another Landware Elves. Attack, attack. Sure. Down to 15. Okay, there's a land. So I'm just gonna run this out there. Can't really go for it here, but this kind of well, dictates what I'm doing, but oh well. Let's see what they got. There's a Shelly. Okay. certainly is an issue-ish. For all the card draw. This is a lethal attack here, so we do need to go for it. Okay, there's an Unsummon. That's good. Good start. It didn't give me... Oh, no, that's fine. Okay, so... We can do Sleight of Hand. I'm just thinking, if we play a second Duplimancy... No, I don't think that's where it's at. Okay. Sleight of Hand has to find some sort of cantrip here. Pretty good chance it does, but... We only have 1 mana up. Well, another Trailblazer does qualify, I suppose. But I have to get very lucky now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just thinking, if I do, is there any world where I want to unsummon my own Trailblazer? Unsummon here. Play this. And blue, play a second one. Have to get lucky with this draw. But if we hit a cantrip here, we're still in business. Okay, that counts. Sort of. Will give me 2 more draws. Ooh, yes, yes. Okay, I think we should be able to do this. Okay. We do have to be careful again. We know that this thing is on the bottom of the deck, right? So, be careful about how much we're drawing here. Okay, just keep going. Looks like our opponent doesn't really have anything they can do using their timeouts. Okay. Okay, blue. Okay, take the fall. Let's see, 38 cards left. I suppose it could be a world where we just make a big board here, but we have to make sure we don't deck. That's really the key to this. 33. So let's just keep it going. Maybe there's a world where I can do like really good math and exactly math it all out. But I'm just gonna go for it as the timer. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, take the fall. Let's see, 27 cards. Yeah, would have been a lot easier to just keep it in my opening hand. Didn't need this second Duplimancy. You know, if they had like a Deep Cavern Bat or Duress or something, it would have been better to have that, but this is how it goes. Okay, blue. Fleeting distraction. Have to draw. So we have Currently 7 copies of this thing. And 12 cards left. So we have 8 copies. If we make we're going to draw 8 cards, and then that's kind of a problem, isn't it? In terms of exact number of cards. So if we do another copy, we're going to draw 8 cards. And then another 9 cards. So there'll be 3 cards left. And then if we do, actually, so if we do exactly that, and then we do an opt, that should work. So if we do like this, draw the additional, and then we do an opt, that should find us our haster. If my calculations are correct here. This has to make red. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we play an island. And then we play an opt. And we just draw this. And we cast it. Or haste. And we attack. Alright. Got there. Unless they have a fog. They can cut that down. Oh wow, they weren't. They could have responded. Killed it. Interesting. Okay. Well, GG. Alright, on the play here. An opt and a bunch of not sure. And needs to find both parts of the combo, so I think I'm gonna mull once. Not much better, but I don't want to mulligan again, I don't think. Or do I? Yeah, maybe I will. Okay. This is fine. Let's put back those. And pass here. X-Mage, sure. Okay. Let's see, we'll go for opt. Land is fine, I guess. Okay, there's a fleeting distraction. We'll just use that to save some life. Looking for an Outcaster Trailblazer. Let's see what they got. Okay, we'll go Fleeting Distraction. Okay, there's land. And take the 0. Okay, Goblin, sure. I think I'm just gonna cycle this as well. On opt. I guess we'll just cast the opt here. Do what we find. Don't need another land. Alright, there is our Trailblazer. So that's cool. Alright, we'll pass here. Makes me want to hold the Unsummon just to use it to start going off. Not sure how quick this clock is going to be. I hope they don't have any enchantment removal. Maybe they won't. Take the damage. Braids, okay. Do we unsummon the braids? Let's see. So they can do this. Make me take 2. We'll go to 14, and then following swing will be hopefully not lethal. Okay. Sacrifice a creature. Okay. All right. Let's just go for it. This, and then the following turn, go for it. If they tap out. Assuming they don't have a lethal attack here, hopefully. There's a haster, though. Okay, there's FOMO. Discard a land. Okay, attack. For 1, 2, 3, down to 6. And then get a token, sacrifice. There you go. Decline. Go to 4. And we'll try to go off from here. Alright. Land. Okay. Take 1. They do have a stop. They could have a cut down, but that doesn't target the Trailblazer, so they could have like a shock effect. That would be unfortunate. So if we unsummon it, I guess we can recast it, can't we? If we unsummon. I guess we have enough, technically, to recast. If we unsummon it. So if I do this, I'll come to play and give me another one. But this triggers first, so it's gonna have to hope this is good enough. Do have a torch tower. I guess that's a reason to go for it. Scream. So we're just gonna have to get really lucky here. And nope, missed there. So yeah, that will do it. GG. Hello, welcome back to the wrap-up for the Vesuvan Duplimancy Outcaster Trailblazer combo. Oops, all cantrips deck. This was pretty fun one to go off. Drawing almost your entire deck in the same turn is pretty cool. It's a bit of a fragile combo, I gotta say, and you really, have to build your entire deck around it to all have 1 mana target your creature effects, but I found it somewhat consistent of a combo, but a little bit of fragile. If the opponent had ways to counter or destroy your creatures or the Duplimancy itself, then you kind of are just a deck that does nothing. So that is kind of a problem. Very fragile, kind of all in here. I wonder if there's a way to make it a little bit less all in. But the problem is you do have to create a deck that has a critical mass of targeting effects. So I guess you could change out Opt and Sleight of Hand for something else. I don't know, counter spells or more interaction. You could do that, or creatures or anything, but I was just wanting to play with all the 1 mana blue cantrips available and see what happens. So that is what happened, and the deck is definitely fun. I wouldn't say it's super competitive. I won about 50% of my games that I played in the rank queue, so not bad, but this is definitely an interesting one. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it, if there's any other cards or ways you could build it. Really appreciate you watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.